Hello there, everyone, and a very happy Monday. I do hope that you had an amazing weekend and that you do have something nice planned for the week ahead, too. So, hello there, everyone that has already popped in. Hey there, Zamara. I hope that you're good. The lovely Han will be behind the badge today, and she'll be popping in all of the links. So, today we have had a new release. And I will be showing that to you in a second, but we just have a little bit of housekeeping at the start. If you do share this live stream, you are on with a chance of winning a $15 gift certificate to the Ulta New store. We also have a special discount code for this live session. And the lovely Han will pop in the details for that. So you're going to be able to get a little bit off if you shop with us using the code. So hello there, everyone that has popped in. Hey there, Melly. Hey, Serena, Sue. Hello. And everyone else that have popped in. And also thank you so much for sharing, everyone, too. So I'm going to pop you guys down so you can see what we're going to be looking at. And then we're going to go through a couple of projects as well. So the lovely Han is there, and she will pop in the code for the little kind of, I don't know, a little offer that we have for this live session. So, okay, I am going to pop you guys down now. And there we go. So today was Saturday was the release of our Marvelous Monthly release. So I want to show you all of the products that we had there. So first up, I'm just going to move these over because this is one little set that we have. This here is the Japanese anemone build a garden set. So remember, with your build a gardens as well as the set, you also do get a mini blending tool as well. And it's really weird that I have one that I haven't added any ink to yet. So that's not going to stay white for long. So this one is the Japanese anemone. So in this kit, you're going to get a 4x6 stem set. You can see that we have this beautiful anemone cluster here that includes 4 beautiful flowers and then some stems and leaves. We also have some great sentiments on these ones that can be used for lots of different occasions. We have happy birthday, thank you, hope your day is filled with joy, you are loved and appreciated, thinking of you and sending you a warm hug. As always, we have inspiration in the packaging, and we also have the layering guide for the stencils. Okay. So this is the stencil set that I was referring to that's in the layering guide. Now here we have 5 6x6 stencils. They are all different because they each kind of include a different part of the stamp, like different leaves, different petals or flower centers. So that's going to enable you to color that image in really quickly and easily. Okay. So no, it would just be part of the collection. So anything from that collection, you would get the 20% off with the code. So then we have the Japanese anemone die, and this is going to cut around the image that we have on the stamp set. So that's going to make it really easy to use, and you don't need to worry about fussy cutting. Okay, so that is the Build a Garden Japanese anemone. Next up, we have the Craft a Flower. So I think this is one of the longest running subscriptions that we do have. So in here we have a number of different dies, which is going to enable you to create a number of different leaves and 2 different crocus flowers. It says saffron because we know that saffron comes from a crocus flower, so these are in fact a type of crocus. And you can see that the dies that we have in here are pretty sizable as well. And we do have the layering guide right on the back of the packaging. And we also have the keyhole system in full effect on here. So we have 2 different flowers. So for one of the flowers, all of the layers that are required to create that flower, you will have the little keyhole. And then on the other flower, I'm just going to lift this up, you will get the little arrow shape as well. So that is that one. So that one is the Craft a Flower Saffron. Next up, we have the Spark Joy set. So in the Spark Joy set itself, you will get the hot foil plate, which comprises of 4 different hot plates. You're going to get the arch shape, and then 3 different sentiments. And then as well as that, you are going to get the stencil set, which includes 3 layering stencils. And if I open this up, you can see that it's going to create this really cute looking robin. We could definitely change it into different birds by changing up the colors as well. And then we also have this little kind of twig or branch trunk kind of thing going on there. As well as that, for the Spark Joy, so that's what you're going to get if you get the subscription or you buy it as is, you can also add on the Sweet Greetings add-on die set. So in here, you're going to be able to cut out the bird and the branch, and then we also have some sentiments in here as well. So we have hello and Sweet Greetings that you're going to enable you to cut out of cardstock. So there is the Sweet Greetings. It's so very cute. This one I think is particularly funky, I would say. It's pretty retro, although the macrame, I think is how you pronounce it, is become very popular again, especially for like a boho look when you decorate. So this is the Dynamic Duo hanging house plants. And in here, you're going to get a stencil set, which includes 2 different stencils and also a stamp set. So on the stencil set, this is going to enable you to create 3 different potted plants. So you could definitely just use the stencil as it is. You don't need to worry about kind of stamping if you don't want to, if you just want to do those by themselves. But then we also have this very clever little stamp set. So when I look at this, I didn't really realize what these were to start with, but what these are the macrame pieces to go onto your pots, so you can enable them to hang from the top of your project, which is so very cute. The inspiration with this one is fabulous, as with all of them. But I particularly like this one. I think it's pretty modern. So if you are into that look, this is a great one for you. So that one is the Dynamic Duo hanging house plants. Last but not least in our release is we have the Mini Delight. So in this one, we have a Granny Squares image. If you do love crochet, this may be one for you, or you know someone that loves crochet as well. So in here, you're going to get a 4-layered granny square and then a number of different sentiments. And you can see just how cute this is. Sorry, my focus was out a little bit there, but you can see just how clever that is. And I do want to stamp this up so you can see just how easy this is. And I know that the lovely JC actually created something with this one, so please check out the blog. Hey there, Sue. Yeah, we're good. Thank you. So, okay, please let me know what you'd like to see. But other than that, I will show you how quick and easy this granny square does stamp up. And I did forget to mention, the little die on this one comes pretty close to the edge when you die cut. You're not going to get a really large white border around the outside. If you're not a lover of that look, but you do like it to be closer when you fuzzy cut, this may also be one for you to try out too. Okay, so I'm just going to grab myself a piece of cardstock, and I find that it's easier to work from the largest to the smallest on these pieces, but definitely play around with it and find out which works best for you. I'm just going to grab a larger block. Okay. Sometimes when I find that it's not sitting properly on my block, I just flip it over and just let it do its thing on my base and then pick it up. And I find that that's the best way to not get it distorted. So there is that. What has happened, Cece? I'm just trying to look up to see what Cece said. I must have missed it. We have some congratulations, Cece, but I'm not quite sure what it is. Okay, never mind. Right, let's get on with this. I am going to do them in these blue colors that we have. They're like a blue purple, and I thought that this would look really cute. So I'm going to go with the Alpine Aster first. I do love the look of like something that's stamped in monochrome, all in blues. It gives me that really China teapot feel about it. Oh, Cece, congrats! She won in the fan group. Okay. Okay, so there we go. There is the Alpine Aster. So we have that really beautiful blue tone, but it has got a touch of purple in there as well. That one is the Alpine Aster. And I'm going to go to the Indigo Skies then. Oops, I do need to change. And this is going to fit in to these little gaps that we have all the way around. So I'm just going to place that in. Sorry if my head gets in the way. I do want to make sure that we've kind of got it in place. And I'm just lining up the edge of my block. I find that this is a really great way to kind of get it in a roundabout there. So when we place these edge pieces on, you'll have it roundabout and you just need to kind of gently wiggle it to get it in the right place. Okay, and then we're going to go in with the Indigo Skies. Yeah, I'll try and do a quick crafter flower next, Nancy. Let me just pop it there so I know. I do want to show that the hanging house plants as well. I'm not sure, but I reckon these could be changed into some kind of nautical knots. I don't know how you would do it, but they do remind me of some nautical knots. Sorry, everyone. Tickle. And then we have the next one. I'm going to go with the lightest color. Definitely don't need that big block anymore. I normally do have some Anastasia, but I had to send them off, so I don't have any to share. What I would do is go and check out either the product pages, because we do have tons of inspiration on there, or you could also check out the blog hub, which has even more inspiration. Okay. And then we have the last piece here. And the one that I haven't used is the Crystal Violet. So that was the Water Hyacinth. Okay, there we go. So you can see just how quick and easy that came together and how beautiful that looks. So to make a beautiful background, you can make a stunning border with it. You can also create focal images with this. It is very, very pretty. There we go. So before I jump on to the crafter flower, I will do that dynamic duo, just one of them quick while I have space on this piece of cardstock. Also, I did want to show you how close that cuts, so let's do that first. We're just going to grab that. Hi there, Brandon. Okay, so just chop that down. And this is just going to fit around the outside edge, and it does go pretty close up to that stamping. You just want to make sure that you can see all the stamping within that die line. Hi, Barbara. The round inks are in fact fresh dye ink, and it is a different formula than we have for the fresh dye inks, the crisp dye inks. We do have a video showcasing the difference of the inks, and it's really, really informative. One of the main difference is the actual case itself, because you are able to twist the ink pad rather than having to kind of pry off the lid. It's great for people with dexterity problems. If you have a silicone mat as well, you can also do it with one hand really quickly and easily, and then stamp up your image, and then you're able to put it on with just one hand. So it's great in the set for itself, just in that pad. Okay, and there we go. I'm just going to remove that one. And you can see just how close that has got up to that one there. All right, so I'm just going to move that over. Hi, Liz. Okay, so, oops. I am going to be doing that dynamic house font. So I am going to just pick one to do. I'll just do B. So this is on stencil number 2. Just going to grab myself some greens. And the green, well, the clear one that I have. Okay, so this one is the Silver Sage. I love these green colors. They remind me of a eucalyptus, which is fabulous. Maybe should have moved it down a little bit more, which I will. I'm just going to turn that around. Okay. And I'm trying to add more of that ink to the base of the leaf rather than the full petal. I'm not trying to get it a solid color all the way. I do want that gradient look. So that is B1. Okay. And then instead of trying to kind of really worry about lining everything up, what you can do is line up the etched lines that we have. So them etched lines are going to go over the ones that we've just done. So it's just going to line up. You can see it through the stencil a lot easier in real life than you probably can through my little screen here. I'm then going to go in with some jade. Okay, and there is that one. Okay, you can see that I've just quickly and easily just screwed the top on that one. It's great for traveling as well. You know that they're not going to kind of pop open anyway. So I'm just lining up those bits that we've done before, and then we're going to go with the eucalyptus. This is my favorite one. I'm very sorry to hear that, Brandon. I'm sorry. Sending hugs. Okay, so this is the eucalyptus there. And then we just have that last one. Okay, and this is going to add in the rest of the images, and that is for the forest fern. So that is the darkest. So I've just gone up through the inks. This is a beautiful color as well. This one reminds me of like polished jade as well. There we go. So. Oh, thank you, Serena. It's made my day. Thank you very much. So there we go. You can see that we have all of those. Oops, just pop that over to the side. But just look how cute that is. Now I have gone for a very soft look with this. You could definitely add more pressure, and that would be all right there. Okay, so oops, forgot to add my little pot. So you can kind of choose which pot that you do want to go with this. All of the pots will work with most of the flowers, but the string is kind of just available for each pot. There is one string that works with each pot, but you can definitely play around with which pot that you want to add your flowers into. I'm going to go with this one because I think it looks really cool. It's there. So I'm going to go with some Aqualicious for this one. Again, another mini ink blending tool to add the ink. Trying to add more of that ink to the base. So we're going to get that gradient look. So it's going to give us really great interest there. Okie dokie. All right. So when I lift that off, hey, it's giving me that, I don't know, kind of bathroom plant feel at the minute. But there we go. So now, whatever pot that you chose has a letter on it. So we have D, E, and on the other pot, on the other one, we have F. And they are going to correspond to which of the hanging pieces that it's going to work with. Okay, so I used number D, letter D, and then we're going to use this one to add on the string. Just going to use my obsidian there. Okay, and then I'm just going to line that up. Press that down. Oops, I think I put the wrong one. Yeah, I was supposed to use E, but never mind. You can get the look. Also, if you did want to kind of elongate the string, maybe you've stamped your image right down the way down the bottom. I can't believe I picked the wrong string, but hey. We do have the additional string in here, so place it on, and then you can make that longer. What I am going to do, because I know I've messed this up, I am going to get pot D, this one, and I'm just going to add a little bit of more color to that. Hey, it just looks like a stripy pot now, which is actually pretty cool. So we're good. Sometimes if you make mistakes, it turns out a little bit better than what it would have turned out like if you hadn't. So there we go. I'm loving the kind of two-tone effect, so you could definitely do that with different colors as well. So there we go. So there is the dynamic duo hanging houseplants. So we have two images there. And we have the most requested one now, which is the Steph one. Okay. So I'll move some things over. So I'm going to grab all of the pieces out. For these pieces here, I am going to add some double-sided adhesive on them, as well as the stamen, but I am going to keep the other ones free of double-sided adhesive. Okay, so I'm just going to grab some leaves out. Actually, I'm just going to make the flowers up. We don't need to see, but you can see how quick and easy it is. Oh, I don't know, but let's see how it goes. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to need to. Okay. Everyone does this, right? They think about something, they think no, and then straight away they change their mind again. All right. So I've got all of my stamps out now. Okay. And then we do have that layering guide, but this is something that I don't feel that you're going to need because we do have that keyhole system. So I'm just going to pop that up out of the way. Okay. So I have these images. I have some cardstock, colored cardstock around here. I did, in fact, not bring my purple out, which may have been a bit silly because we know that the crocus that creates saffron is purple. Instead, I have some pink, and I'll let you know which pink it is once I grab them out. Okay, it is, in fact, the red Cosmos set that I have here. Okay, and I'm just going to grab out the coral berry. I think I'm going to need a couple of sheets of that one. And then also some frosty pink. The coral berry, I'm not going to need to add any adhesive onto because this is going to be the kind of free-flowing leaves. And the other ones are the highlights. Okay. Okay. So I'm just going to place my cardstock down, and I'm going to add on my images, trying to use as much of that cardstock as I can. Okay, I'm just going to need to use another one there. But I'm going to use my shim because I don't know if you can see. In the die, we have these less raised lines. Now, these aren't cut-in lines. These are, in fact, embossed lines. So they're going to add some detail into the petals and not cut through. The only cut line is the outside and also the keyhole system. Let me just add on my shim. I recommend that when you use your shim, you pull it back from the edge so it fits through your mini blossom nicely. Otherwise, it'll just keep getting stuck. So you do need to kind of pull that back to create some kind of thin edge of the wedge feel. Okay. So we've run that through. And there are the 3 pieces that we have there. Just move those over. And then we just have the one more. Pop that on. Thank you so much for sharing, everyone. Don't forget, if you do share this live stream, you are in with the chance of winning a $15 gift certificate to the Ulta New store. We also have a special deal for you today. We do have a code for 20% off our Coloring Essential collection. And can you pop that back in again for us so we can see that one clearly? Thank you. So I have all of my large images done, and then I'm going to cut out these smaller pieces. But before I do that, I did say I was going to add some double-sided adhesive, so I just need to grab a piece. Thank you, Han. Okay. Just need to So all you need to do is kind of pull off one side. One, you're going to get a really shiny surface. On the other one, you're going to get a really great sticky piece there. And I'm just going to add that down. Oh, Diana, I'm sure you're going to have so much fun when all your new goodies arrive. Oops, come on. Chop, chop, chop. Okay. So all I need to do now is add on the kind of highlight pieces that we have. And again, I'm pulling that shim back down. This works, the double-sided adhesive works particularly well with using the shim. I'm going to keep those on there just so I can keep everything together for now. And then I have my stamen pieces. And for this, I have the Summer Afternoon set here. I'm going to need yellow and also some orange. Okay. So I do want to add a little bit of adhesive behind those. Okay. The easiest way to kind of know where to cut is to get your nail or a tool and just kind of go around just butt it up to the edge of the paper and just go over. I don't know if you can see, but it's going to give me that line that I can easily see and cut along. I find that that's the easiest way to kind of figure this out instead of having to worry about cutting on the adhesive itself and getting your scissors all gummy. Yes, some of it does look like cheese. And especially if I have double-sided adhesive on it, I won't chuck the waste away because I know that there's going to be small little dies that I can cut out from that. And I don't like wasting, so there is that. Okay, so I have my pieces here. I'm just going to dangle stuff off the edge. And I'm going to use the smaller or the stumpier stamen pieces on the yellow, which is the warm sunshine, sorry. And then, oops, I'm going to add the larger saffron pieces onto the orange. Oops, things moved around. I want to make sure that everything's still going to be cut. And then we can run that through. What is happening? I don't like forcing things, so I didn't. Okay, so I've got these cut. Maybe that one needs a little bit extra. Okay, let's try again. There has been time where my die shifted underneath another die and it's kind of tried to cut through the die. So that's why I didn't want to push it when I felt that it was becoming a little bit hard to do then. That's fine now. Okay. And then we just need some green. And we have the very pretty Green Meadows set here. And I'm just going to cut them all out of one colour. And the just green will be okay to do that. No double-sided adhesive on this one, because that means I can shape them later on. If I was by myself, I would definitely get all these little leaves closer together than they are now. I'm not a fan of wasting all that cardstock. Yeah, Anastasia, this is very, very cute. It's a beautiful flower, and you're going to see how quick and easy this goes together in a sec. So there's my leaves done as well. It's over. Okay. I did want to add a bit of kind of colour to these. So I'm just going to grab a piece of scrap paper. Yeah, they are beautiful, guys. So much thought and effort goes into designing them, so it's easy for us to put together. Okay, so I'm going to go in with some crimson ink. Now, if you do find that your mini ink is putting down way too much ink to start with, what I would recommend is tapping it off into the lid. You're not going to waste this ink. You can definitely pick that up with your tool again, so don't worry too much. Okay, there we go. I'm just adding that little touch of inking, and that's going to really make a huge difference to the overall effect. It's going to look as though you spent way more time on it than you actually did. So just these little tiny details, just adding a little bit of blending really will make a huge difference. Oh, Barbara, yeah, we all have some difficulties every now and again with our die cutting machines. I hope yours is still okay. Okay. So now, I want to kind of keep most of the image in the sheets that I have. So I'm just going to poke it through with my little hat pin. We do have little holes for this very reason. Okay. And I'm going to add some pink to this one. And the pink that I have is the Rouge. Okay. And I'm just going to add some ink just to where I think the base is on these. It might not be, but okay. And and some orange. I have Lemonade Stand. This is from the recent Amy Tangerine collab. This is a stunning color, one of my favorite yellows. You all know that I did love a little bit of the Honey Drizzle. Well, this one has got to be a close second to that one. I do love this one. All right. Just adding it that base of that one, and then I have Tangerine Dream for the other one. Thank you, Sue. Yeah, I do find that adding a little bit of blending, it doesn't take a lot. It does, you know, it takes a little bit of time, but I find that it really does help it look like you've spent a whole lot more time on it than you actually have. So I'm going to move my smaller stamen over. Pop these ones out. So these are the bits that make it saffron, or these are the saffron pieces. Sorry. Okay. Let's just poke it out. Poke, poke. Yeah. Oh, it does look good. Sometimes the scrap piece can always look better than what you're trying to do. And that you may be able to create backgrounds out of these if you were so inclined. I tend to use scrap pieces of paper rather than blending onto my desk because I just find it's easier to clean up. So that's why I do it. So I'm going to go in with some Tangerine Dream. Oh, that's the color of saffron. Beautiful. Okay. Okie dokie. Right. So now I have all of my pieces for my flowers. Maybe I should do my leaves while I'm here. I do get excited about putting things together, and I should just, you know, do the prep work first. It's like when you're cooking and you just don't do the cutting first. Oh no, I went in there. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so move that over. Let's grab some green. I'm going to go with that forest fern from before. I'm just going to add that green to the base. Okay. I believe that might be the base. If not, it is now. Okay, so there we go. There's my leaves done. Okay, so now we can pop these together, and I'm going to show you how easy this is to do. So, okay, I have my pieces that are going to go together because we have the keyhole in that one, and then we also have, I'm just going to move those out a bit so stop getting so much glare. Hopefully that's better. And then we have those pieces with the little arrow, and then we also have these pieces. I'm sorry about the glare, everyone. I'm trying to keep it out, but we are going to need to bring those in. So let's start with this one, and you can see that we have this larger piece first. I'm going to pop that one down on the base, and I'm just going to add a little bit of glue behind the second piece and then line that up. So all I'm doing is I'm lining up this cutout piece. I'm not worrying about the arrangement of the flowers at all. Okay, I'm just going to add a little bit of pizzazz just by curling those flowers, and that's going to give you a bit of lift. there. Then we have the inside pieces. So I'm going to add in the stamens. I'm not going to worry which stamen goes with which flower. You definitely can, but I'm just not that kind of person. Whatever one goes on there, goes on there. So again, I'm not worrying about which of these ones go on. Changing up which stamen goes with which flower and which kind of way you position it is going to change the look of it as well. And then we can add on this, which is going to cover up. Oops, come on. There we go. And this is going to cover up that little hole that we have. And I'm just lining that up right at the base of that. And then we also have the highlight piece to look as though that petal is curling. So there we go. How quick was that? Okay, so this is the Crafter Flower Saffron. This one, Sandra. Okay, and I'm going to do the same for the second flower. Just going to flip that over, add a little bit of glue, line up the little piece there. And we do have more pieces for this one. So I'm just going to line those up. These are really easy to kind of line up. They line up along the edge here. Then we have this other little piece. Oops, no, it's not that one. Sorry, everyone. Got confounded. It's this one here. And that's going to look as though that flower is cupped. So this is going to be the one that's kind of more on its side. And then we have the other pieces as well. Do you get the layering guide right on the back of the packaging? So this is going to help you figure out where all these little pieces go as well. This one's going to go down there. And then we have this last piece that's going to go over there. And that's it. Okay, all we need to do now is kind of curl these up if you wanted to. And then we also have this piece that we need to cover up. Now, what's going to cover that up is our little stamen pieces. I'm going to add that in over that, perfectly covered up. And then we have our saffron piece as well. So I'm just going to pop that into, look how pretty those are. So you can definitely get a different look with the different colors that you do use. So let's make this into a card. What I have here is the trying to get it now. Okay, is the sweet greetings, and this is the hot foil plate, and I've just hot foiled that arch onto a piece of cardstock, and I'm just going to cut that down into a panel size. Okay, so there we have our arch. Move those over. Okay, I'm going to kind of place them round about where they're going to go, because I do want to add in a sentiment as well. And the only set that we haven't used today is the Build a Garden Japanese Anemone. So I am going to go with the Hope Your Day is Filled with Joy. So we've got all of the subscription sets in today. Now, I would normally stamp this in black, but because I don't want it to be quite as vibrant and we have everything else is going to kind of vie for, I don't know. I am going to stamp it in. No, I was going to go with the green. Yeah, I'm going to go with the green. Am I? No. I'm going to go with the indigo skies. So I'm going to go with a navy instead to stamp the sentiment. So it's going to make it a little bit more subtle. There we go. I'm going to pop my flowers up. I'm just using a bit of foam tape. I'm just adding a little bit of foam tape because I don't want all of the petals attached down. I do want some movement there. Pop that down. And then I am going to add in the leaves. And I'm just adding adhesive to the bottom of the leaf, not all the way to the top again, so we can get a bit of movement there. Oh no, this is not fitting, but it's okay. We're going to go with that. Yes, Alyssa, yeah, blue is always a good choice. I would definitely go navy over black if I had to choose a dress. So I would cut some more leaves as well, I think, and maybe add some down here and up there also. Maybe not, yeah, a little bit down there and then up the top as well. Maybe if we cut some of these off, we can repurpose. Okay. Oops. They would need a little bit more blending on them. Sherry, I always find with leaves, the more the merrier. I always go in a triangle format as well when I'm adding leaves. The triangle works really well, and I try to add odd number of leaves all together. So as you can see, I've got 2 here, and 3 over here. I'm happy with the amount that I have. So there is that card complete. And we also did create something with the dynamic duo hanging houseplants and also the mini delight granny squares there. Right. So there we go. I maybe could have moved that sentiment up a touch, but I do think that it looks very pretty. And we have that really great foiling from the Spark Joy Sweet Greetings set there as well. All right, I'm going to move you guys up now. Hello there, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. It has been a pleasure. Thank you for joining me on a Monday as well. So I do hope that you have a great rest of your week and it just keeps getting better and better, and then you have a fabulous weekend as well. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much to the lovely Han for popping in all of the links, and we will see you again very, very soon. Have a great day, and don't forget to craft your life. See you again soon. Bye.